A narcissist does not collapse when you expose them. They do not fall apart the moment you leave. And they are not destroyed by some dramatic public defeat. The real collapse begins when everything still looks perfect. It starts in success, in praise, in those moments when they appear confident, powerful, untouchable. But what looks like strength is often compensation. What looks like control is usually fear held together by routine. And here is the uncomfortable truth. If someone builds their entire identity on how others see them, what happens when the room goes quiet? That question is the crack in the foundation. A narcissistic personality structure survives on reflection, attention, admiration, reaction. When those are steady, everything seems stable. But when validation weakens even slightly, something shifts inside. Not loudly, not dramatically, just a subtle panic. If no one is confirming who I am, do I still exist the same way? Instead of facing that fear, control takes over. Control of conversations, control of how others feel, control of the narrative. At first, it can look impressive, decisive, strong. But pause for a second and think about this. If you have to control everything to feel safe, are you actually safe? Over time, the pressure builds. The insecurities pushed down for years do not disappear. They leak out in small ways. Irritability that feels out of proportion. Harsh comments disguised as honesty. Defensiveness over minor feedback. The world starts to feel disrespectful, ungrateful, hostile. From their perspective, people are changing. In reality, the mask is cracking. And here is where it gets more intense. When others begin to sense something is off, they pull back. Not always with confrontation. Sometimes just with silence. Distance. Less enthusiasm. That withdrawal hits hard. Instead of reflecting, the narcissist tightens control even more. They remove anyone who challenges them. They keep only the mirrors that show a flattering image. Sounds like strength, right? Being selective, protecting your peace. But without honest feedback, growth stops. The world shrinks. Every small shift feels threatening because there is no stable inner core to absorb it. Eventually, self-sabotage begins. A relationship gets serious, and suddenly there is conflict. A career stabilizes, and an impulsive decision blows it up. It does not look intentional. It rarely feels intentional. But stability demands vulnerability, and vulnerability feels dangerous. So disruption feels safer. After each collapse, there's a familiar story. I was treated unfairly. People betrayed me. Bad luck. And for a moment, that story brings relief. No need to look inward. No need to question the structure itself. But the cycles drain energy. Anxiety becomes constant, not tied to one event. Just a steady hum underneath everything. Validation turns into a survival need. One compliment is never enough. Attention soothes briefly, then the emptiness returns. Here is the paradox. The more someone chases validation to avoid emptiness, the more fragile they become. The stronger they try to appear, the thinner the structure gets. This is not about blame or revenge. It is about psychological gravity. When identity is built only on performance, eventually performance cannot hold it together. The collapse is not loud. It is slow, invisible. It happens while they still believe they are winning. And maybe the biggest lesson is this. Real stability comes from tolerating discomfort, not controlling it. From facing vulnerability, not outrunning it. If this perspective helped you see the pattern more clearly, let me know by liking the video. Subscribe for deeper conversations like this. And keep watching because understanding these dynamics protects you in ways you might not even realize yet.